Is Kratos a real god? At the moment, Kratos is very popular. With the release of the new game God of War Ragnarok, a lot of people seem to be talking about him. But is there any truth behind this character, created in 2005 for the original God of War game? Or is it just fiction? I've done a bit of research myself to find this out, and I think you're going to find the results interesting. At its core, the simple answer is yes. Kratos is a less talked about but real god in Greek mythology. Personally, I wish the whole thing was as simple as this, but it's really not. So if you want to avoid the rather more convoluted and head-scratching truth, then you can stop watching now. Okay, so for those of you who have stayed, the kicker is that when the game developers created Kratos in 2005, they didn't actually know there was a real god called Kratos. They came up with the name, as in ancient Greek, the word Kratos literally means power and strength. So the original 2005 god Kratos that we are talking about technically isn't a real god, as he just shares the same name as the one from the Greek mythology. However, they are not the same person, making him a fictional character. Now honestly, this wasn't the answer I was looking for. However, if I know anything about history, it's that with the right sources selected, we can make anything a reality if we want. So I did some digging, and honestly, there's a hell of a lot of striking similarities between the video game Kratos and the mythological Kratos. For a start, obviously both Kratoses are physically strong. For example, here's a 1975 illustration of a scene from an ancient Greek tragedy novel called Prometheus Bound, in which Kratos and some other gods are pinning Prometheus to the side of a cliff. Clearly he's pretty jacked. Secondly, in the book Prometheus Bound, Kratos is described as speaking harshly and insolently, and is also overly violent and destructive, which does sound a lot like the Kratos that we know. There's also an ancient Greek poem called Theogony, which just mentions him with no further information. There is little other information on the god Kratos in Greek mythology. Whilst this might seem like bad news at first, I kind of think it's a good thing. By the God of War games using Kratos as the main character, they can kind of make up their own backstory for him, as there isn't one already. The core character traits of the original Kratos are clearly shown in the video game, and anything else about him just seems like a reasonable expansion of his character centered around those core traits. For me at least, due to all of these similarities, I feel like Kratos is based on a real god, even if it was at first by coincidence. I'd love to hear what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and please leave a like or subscribe for more content.